And a very warm welcome to the Estrella Galicia post show on a beautiful hot day in Ribeira Diras. It is the EDP Vissla Ericeira Pro presented by Estrella Galicia. And we kick things off this morning with a fun round of action for the women's round of 48. We've wrapped that up. We've made a call right now just to let it sit there. And we've got loads of big talking points throughout. A really fun day. Joining myself, Paul Evans, to talk you through it. Felicity Parmentier and Chico Alves. Good early afternoon, folks.
I have been pretty blown away with the level of surfing today. Waves were pretty challenging at some points, but the women really stepped up to the plate, and we saw a couple of excellent scores this morning. So,
Chico, what about that last heat, mate? That thing was fire.
Yeah, it was fire. A good way to end up this round. I think early morning, really clean faces today, and it was great to get the rhythm going on this comp.
All right, loads of cool talking points throughout the morning, but just speaking of that last heat and how entertaining it was, someone that ripped it apart was Zoe Benedetto, and she's standing by for a chat with Joanna.
Yeah, that's right, Paul. I mean, this is the last heat of the day, big scores and a very dramatic finish right there. How are you feeling throughout the heat and in those last final seconds?
I kind of had an interesting heat for me. Kind of had a rough start. But just, had to pull myself together. Got on one good one. Was just sinking my feet into the wax, and then kind of made a few more mistakes. It was definitely heat with mistakes for me. But yeah, lucky to have one last little opportunity at the end to push me through. Yeah, definitely need to work on some things.
And what are you taking from this heat to improve on your next in the next round?
Yeah, I just want to work on my surfing, try to surf my best, try to push my surfing. And yeah, I'm excited. It's close heats like this that make you want to work harder. I know all these girls. Nora is actually one of my best friends, so kind of going against that is just hard. But yeah, just keep going.
Well, congratulations, you're in the next round.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, Joanna. Well done, Zoe. Yeah, what a dramatic finish to that one. Felicity, no one wants to go out of any heat, but when you got an 8-5, you definitely want to be eliminated. And she managed just to get it done at the end there.
Oh, she did. She waited 15 minutes for that 8-5, which was pretty impressive to stand up and get an excellent score straight off the bat. But like she said in that post-heat interview, knocking out one of her best mates, I mean, that's really tough. But, she's got to get the job done here because you ain't going anywhere with a third place.
Chico, quite long lulls out here at Ribeira. And amazing to see how well she just kept her head in the game and just smashed that 4 out at the end there, Zoe.
Yeah, she's looking really good with that 8-5, as Felicity said, but I think she needs to work on that backup. Score here in Ribeira Diras can play against you a lot of the times. So yeah, the backup is so important to make heat. So dodging that bullet there, but maybe trying to work on that on the next round.
Right, bunch of big talking points from the day. Of course, first day of competition, you can't win the event, but what you can do is get eliminated, and surfers going well, definitely not wanting to do that. And something of an upset with the very highly rated Yolanda Hopkins. The second heat of the day goes out of competition here, guys.
Yeah, really big upset for Yolanda. I mean, coming into this, you've got to think that she's got to be the favourite, right? I mean, she was 64% favourite on the fan picks to win this heat, but yeah, Natasha Van Grunen just absolutely going to town. 4.5 for one turn and backed it up with a 3.77. It was really tricky conditions this morning, and Yolanda just sort of on the wrong side of priority, and yeah, a bit unlucky in the heat because there wasn't that much scoring opportunity.
Daniela Rosas looked really sprightly on this board, Chica. How'd you like the way she attacked the waves here this morning?
Yeah, Daniela looks really good in Ribeira Diras. Last year she looked really good also. I think her surfing fits the wave well. I think it's a good rhythm. She has the rhythm and she has the speed to kind of connect all the dots in this wave. And yeah, unfortunately for Yolanda, coming up short on this one. But I feel like Ribeira is the place where you can have a shocker or a beautiful heat. So Yolanda there having a shocker. So trying to work on that for sure for the next year.
Yeah, Hopkins will be back angry and strong at Sekarema, you can guarantee that. But an upset here, the surfer that shone so brightly on the championship tour up in Peniche in March with a wildcard performance up there. It goes out of competition, and that's the way things go down on the challenges. It's brutal from the get-go. And only taking 2 surfers through to the next round. It was Van Grunen and Rosas from that one. But yeah, already getting things underway with some spicy heat, some entertaining action, some big upsets. Also a chance to, well, not only advance, but put together statement performances I'm thinking about 2 servers that were able to do that, Matsuoka and McDougall, both surfing with so much flow here, Felicity.
Yeah, for sure. And, you know, today, we've already said it. It was really, really challenging. It was challenging conditions. And you just sort of had to be on the right side of priority. But, yeah, these 2 women definitely were. I loved watching her on her backhand here. Her board, I think one of you guys were mentioning it in this heat, just looked so spicy, for lack of a better word. I mean, we say it all the time, but she just looked on fire. She was carrying a lot of speed throughout her turns and, yeah, scoring a 6.5 and a 5.23.
Yeah, as you said, I think she looked really good. The board was impeccable. One of the best boards we've seen today. And Zoe here with a comeback wave on this heat with a really good wave, well ridden and surfing tight in the pocket and with a lot of speed as well. Yeah, today I think it was all about generating enough speed to connect a few big turns, and you were on your way to a good score. So a really complete wave by Zoe here and a long one.
The surfers have waited a long time since the US Open to compete here in Ericeira and straight into it. And if you get on the receiving end of surfing like this, we talk about that backhand attack. Got an all goofy panel here. How's some of these backhand hits, Chico?
Yeah, I really enjoy the pace where she's surfing. She's always behind it, and it's good because she's always eating the leap every time.
Akira Pinkerton coming in here, lurking in the 2024. She'll be bitterly disappointed, Flick.
Oh, for sure. This is definitely an upset. You've got to think that Akira Pinkerton would have been a favourite going into this heat, but yeah, Anon just absolutely going to town on those 2 waves. Zoe getting that 6.73. So hard job for Kira today, and it's going to be a really tough loss. You know, she's going to have to pack up her things and sort of reset that mindset going into Saquarema now.
Well, it wasn't all bad news for Portugal from this morning's action. Let's turn our attentions now to the EDP Wave of the Day, and one of the very highly rated European and Portuguese surfers out of this part of the world, Tessa Veselko, smashed out a massive number, an excellent number, 8.5 for Francisca Veselko.
Yeah, had the pleasure of calling this heat, and yeah, her wave selection, I've just got to put it down to that. She said that she's been training here a lot, spending a lot of time here, but you can just see the way that this wave stood up and what it enabled her to be able to do, really just put the board on rail here. She had a couple of nice variety as well on this wave and just throwing up there for that last turn. So yeah, great surfing.
Yeah, I just feel like having so many years competing here on the nationals can give you a bit of an edge in terms of wave selections, as you said. And yeah, our wave selection was impeccable, and this wave was probably the best wave we've seen today.
The other cool thing about the EDP Wave of the Day this time around, that score translating to a month's energy supply for a private social solidarity institution. That's good news. I like it. Flick, you like looking forward. Let's look at the forecast, shall we? Shall we have a look? What's coming up?
Let's have a look. So tomorrow we know that we're off. Travis said it. But however, turn our heads to later on in the week. Tuesday, Wednesday is looking so nice. You can see it here on the forecast. 4 to 6 foot on Tuesday, but side offshore, and then backing it up on the Wednesday with 3 to 4 foot, and yeah, with a nice swell direction too. With a bit more west in that swell, it's going to be standing up, and should see some really fun waves.
Chico, local expert, are you confident about getting some fun conditions for the rest of the week?
Yeah, hopefully we have a bit more size, and direction is great, so you can see a bit more steep sections, and yeah, can't wait to watch it.
All right, well, that's going to wrap things up for a fun opening day here in Ericeira. We've run that opening round for the women, some entertaining stuff, loads more action yet to come, and big talking points as well. We might even go for a surf this afternoon. Waves of fun. It's really hot. We are off tomorrow, so down tools, a chance for a breather. Looking to come back on Tuesday for an early call in the morning. We're going to send you out with some highlights. We'll see you on Tuesday.